Hello Capricorn, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today I will be doing a money and career reading for you, a financial reading, not a personal. Take what's for you, leave the rest, but stick around long enough to know the difference. Also, it is timeless. Take this energy from the time you see the read to a few weeks out. We're going to be starting off with a Wisdom of the Oracle and a Queen of the Moon to get you started here. Do a little shuffle for you guys. Connect with this energy here. See what is going on. Feels like somebody may have something they've been working on. Whether it be trying to get into a certain place of business here, or it feels like something productive though. Something getting you out of the slump you've been in, possibly. It could be a person that does this, someone that you connect with, or someone. If that is the case, though, I feel like it may be someone that you've been with for some time. This could be a significant other, someone you've had around in your life for a little while, and they give you that that push, that oomph, that encouragement to go for what it is that you're trying to go for and support you in it. All right, we have mending in the reverse. That is a protection message, healing of some sort. I feel like worrying about how something is going to go down. Maybe throwing negativity at the things that you want to accomplish, the hurdles you want to get over, because you may have failed in this area to begin, to be in another time. I want to say to begin with. So begin with, maybe maybe you've tried this before or several times, whatever it is that you're trying to do. I feel for some of you it is getting a business going, getting something going. It doesn't have to be a storefront business. I don't feel like it's that. It could be, but I don't feel like it's that. It seems like you're working on something online, something kind of passive, maybe? Okay, let's do a little shuffle for the Queen of the Moon that you need. Very interesting. Oh, this is falling up. Release. I didn't even have to get into it like that. Release. They knew what they wanted you to hear. Mending and release. Letting go of what the outcome's going to be. For some of you, it may be this letting go of the negativity that you may cast over the situation unwittingly. I feel like there's these doubts, in the back of your head where you're like, this looks like it's going down the same path. I feel like this time it is not, though. I feel like this time is going to be if it's something online, I feel like you get noticed. I feel like, but it seems like it's one thing. It's like if it's YouTube or something like that, it feels like it's one video is going to do it. You don't know what it is going to be, and you don't understand why it's the one, but it's the one. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. But releasing yourself from the negativity. Don't let that bull in the back of your mind about how you failed before, or about how it hasn't worked out thus far, we'll say. You can say positive things all you want, and that contributes to your intention. But if there's a gnawingness in the back of your head, and you're worried about it not working, you can sabotage your own thoughts here. All right, let's hope I had the right books. Let's number 52. We're gonna it's weird. I keep grabbing at the wrong books. I don't know. Someone maybe gets frazzled when they're on the spot. Maybe, I don't know. It just feels kind of like I know what I'm looking at. I know what I need to do, but I keep doing the wrong thing or going the wrong way for whatever reason. Okay, mending. Essential meanings: forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Protection message. Heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole again. I just finally, I have to stop for a second and read this line again. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme. It really felt like, trying to get into a niche of some sort, passive income, trying to do the passive thing, like something that you have to put a lot of work into, but the residual is what you're trying for, right? So that you don't have to work so hard later on, and just whatever, like the first thing that you put out, like I say, it could be videos, it could be some kind of how do I want to say this, like marketing of some sort. It just feels like something's going to come about where you suddenly start to get either subscribers or followers or clicks on a link, possibly, for some of you. It just feels like it's going to be something that you started with to begin with, that just, for whatever reason, the internet attacks it, and now you're successful. So just be mindful of that. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme. Maybe a failure at, or attempts at before, it didn't work out, so you're like, there's too many people doing this, right? But I think you have something. You have something that is going to catch someone's eye. All right, that's what I was getting at any rate. Okay. Pain and suffering is part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view this loss, this pain, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who does not want you to feel alone. One day you will look back and know this truth. I feel like for somebody there was a loss of life, possibly, someone close to you. It almost feels like for some of you, it's not that someone was close. It's that it hit home. You know what I mean? Like, it may not have been someone you knew personally, but you knew them. They may have been around your neighborhood. You find out that something happens to them, or they're found. Yeah, it feels like that kind of a thing where it just makes your mortality come into question here, or be, looked at more at this time than others. Okay. We have release. Let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore, as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. There is a payoff if we decide to finally release something we no longer need. The payoff is as individual as you are, but there will be a universal feeling of making space for something new. The secret to effectively releasing what no longer serves you is, in fact, knowing that the payoff will indeed be worth it, which makes it super important to know what that positive payoff may be. Okay. Releasing yourself from attachments of some sort as well. Could be something, like I say, it feels like pains from the past. And in pains, it doesn't have to be... If someone, I just want to say, when I said pains of the past, I suddenly got this glimpse of someone with kidney stones, possibly, or gallstones. Maybe you've had this issue in the past, and this may reoccur here during this time, or it's brought up by someone. Maybe you start talking about, I don't know. It just feels like someone had kidney stones, gallstones, pain from the past. It may revisit, just so you're aware. So be mindful of that. Watch, I don't know if it technically has anything to do with what you're eating or how you're eating, but it does, I feel like it just comes back in here for someone. All right, let's get into the body of your read here. Get a idea of what may be going on, what you may be needing to focus on. Okay, these came out. This one jumped one way and that jumped the other way. And it is the Six of Cups in the reverse. This feels like somebody leaving a situation. I feel like it's you. Moving away from... maybe a frame of mind that you used to have. I feel like getting past some things, getting over some stuff. It does feel like... I just keep feeling like it's connected to some failures, like you maybe sitting back and you know, reevaluating life and how it's gone so far. Having loss here, I feel like don't release yourself from this, because it feels like being attached to something that happened that wasn't so great, with this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like this could either be something from the past because it's reverse, maybe dwelling in that poor mind space, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's going to take just somebody saying something. This may be somebody coming back in as well. Maybe somebody that reignites this little flame of whatever it is that you were trying to do. Maybe you felt like you couldn't get where you needed to be, and this person just so happens to, you come across them at the store. I feel like something, someone you haven't seen in a while, and it feels like positivity coming from this. Let's see. Maybe something they tell you. It could be maybe somewhere they told you they're working now and that you should come there and apply, possibly, for some of you. Whoa. Okay. Let's do this. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Sun. Ooh. We have the Ten of Swords, and wow, and we have the Ten of Cups as well. Whoa, and this energy is connected some kind of way here. Let me take a look at this. Let's separate that so I can see what's up with this. I feel like this is a cycle here. And it has to do, and I do feel like revisiting the past somehow, going back to your roots, going back to your going back to the beginning. I've been feeling that along with this this whole time, and this may be going back to a job you used to work at, possibly when you were younger. You might have effed it up because you were young. You called in, you were partying at the time, whatever the case may be. You had obligations that are not even, I don't want to say obligations, because I feel like some of this is something that you did. And when you're young, you don't, you know what I mean? Some of us we're in and out of jobs, right? But it looks like you got the Ten of Swords over here. I know it's after. This is like after it all, the last card pulled. But I feel like this is the beginning. It's like going back to the beginning. I feel, look at the way in that position, he's walking away with these swords, right? But he's looking back at this Ten of Swords, like something negative that may have happened in the past. I do feel like, not so much negative, but it may be you sabotaging yourself. You may, I feel like the opportunity arises to go back to a job or a position, some kind of position, putting you in a position, some kind of opportunity, puts you back where you need to be. And you've got this, you got the Sun and the Ten of Cups here. This is getting everything you wanted after you know, you got the Sun and get in the Ten of Cups, getting everything you ever wanted, being happy, being abundant. I do feel like you need to leave some things in the past. This may be but it's revisiting. Like you may revisit this. It's maybe what heals you up with it, and helps you to see clearer to move on to whatever it is, or be successful here. It does feel like I'm with this, looking at the Seven of Swords. It's about, you know, leaving some things behind, lessening your burden, right? Lessening taking what you learned from it and walking away from it. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like there are somebody who may have had when they were younger, they had a job that you're find out they're hiring whatever, and you decide, you know, I'm gonna go back there. I wonder if they'll take me back. It's been some time, and I feel like it's a very lucrative opportunity for you. I feel like something you might, I feel like it may be somebody from the past as well. It might be someone you knew, like, hey, they're hiring over there, you know, that you just happen to come across them, and you have a conversation about this. I feel like it's just happens to, and it ends up bringing you this positive outcome that you're looking for here. I can't say specifics. I feel like for some of you it's a job. For some of you it's a going back to your original business model idea. Maybe some of you it's just I just feel like revisiting somehow. Either something from the past is connected to what your success is going to be. Okay, we have Knight of Wands and Page of Wands. Came out together. Same energy here. Yeah, something you're really going to look into. And I feel like, and here you got the message or messenger. I'm going to put this right here. I feel like this person has you thinking. This thing that comes back to mind, it just really has you thinking. But I do feel like you talk to somebody or you see something. You may find this out on your own, but I feel like it's somehow it's from something from the past or someone from the past. And it makes things more clear for you. It makes you feel like you can do it. You know what I mean? Release yourself of what, you know, thinking that somebody might not hire you back as well. And I'm going to move these over just because I don't want to cover up the sun. I feel like I don't want to cover up the sun here. Anything else for Capricorn at this time? An opportunity coming back in here. Being made aware that you can do something again, and it'll be better this time. Wow. Okay. Let's pull some cards for clarity here for Capricorn. Getting back on the horse. Someone may have retired or I feel like someone may have retired from something. Some kind of a career, and you may be going back to that as well. And what may not have been successful before will be successful now. Eight of Wands, positive, powerful, gift being given. I'm going to put this right here in the middle. That I'll put on the sun because that's a very positive card as well. Look at this. We have the Chariot, very positive. Seven of Cups, choice that needs to be made or a choice that will be made. Wow. These came out together. So I'm feeling like this is definitely telling of a positive move forward. Being led in a new direction. I do feel like it's a new direction from where you have been or where you've been going. And it's touching on revisiting, you know, having options and doing maybe what you did before. It feels like going back to what you did before, whether it be a job, a business arrangement. Wow. And it has something to do with someone or an opportunity from the past as well here. It's very positive. It's very you're gonna be led right back in here. Not in the direction you thought you would. Changes. A lot of changes here. Okay. We're going to pull some cards here. Anything else that Capricorn needs to know besides this energy? We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Anything else that you need to know? I feel like you haven't been, and this is separate from this. When I read, I flit around. I try to remember to let you know, okay, I'm going on now. This is something else. But you know, I just get right into the next thing that comes up. This feels like this is a separate. I asked for something else, some things for other people. Queen of Wands in the reverse. I feel like there's something you really don't want to do or you're not interested in. It feels like having no interest. It feels like possibly the possibility of not growing where you are. This could be at your job, whatever career you're in, feeling like you're kind of, and I got that, again, feeling like that stumped energy, like that not going anywhere, plateauing possibly. Ten of Wands in the reverse. You know what? I suddenly felt like somebody has went to school for possibly a few years for a certain thing, certain career, but you're not working in the field that you went to school for. I mean, you don't have, it doesn't have to be years, but I feel like you put time in and you graduated, or you may have gotten just to the point of graduating and you quit. Not wanting to learn any more about that, or didn't, it feels like stopping the learning process for some reason. What does Capricorn need to know about this energy here? Whoa. You have the Emperor, the Strength card, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Energy came out together. Whoa. And if you remember what I asked, or what I was feeling like I needed to talk about, excuse me, at the time that I pulled these cards, or that they fell, that they dropped. I was talking of leaving maybe a career you went to school for. Maybe you not leaving the career. Maybe you never even got into it. Maybe you didn't finish school all the way, or maybe I feel like you almost got to the end and you didn't finish. That could come back in with this revisiting. Maybe this could be going back to school for that. Maybe there was some training or something that you did, and then you didn't even work in that field or that have that career. You went on to something else. Things came up, whatever the case. Not saying any that you happened to do it. Could have been life just took hold of what was going on and changed it. But I feel like you revisiting it. You may be going back to school. You may be thinking about that in your head, or maybe this is what you need to do. You have the Emperor here. That's a very very a sign of being wise and really maybe being able to negotiate yourself through having a business, or being very good at something, successful at it. I feel like telling somebody, if you went to school for something, or you trained, maybe on the job training, but you didn't finish, whatever the case may be, I feel like you need to revisit that. I feel like you thought at the time that possibly it could have been because of your youth as well. You're not really strong enough to do this. Maybe you didn't feel like you could finish school at the time. Things were going on and you just weren't strong enough. But I feel like this is something you may need to redo, or go back into and finish what you, I feel like finish what you started. Go back and finish what you started. You have Eight of Wands in the reverse here, and that is you've prolonged this. You have the Eight of Wands over here saying much successes from doing something. It is kind of interconnected in a way, going back to something that you once started, that it either ended for whatever reason. I just feel like youth has something to do with it. Being a little younger or being a little wilder, whatever. Doesn't even have to be that much younger, but could be whatever phase you were going through at the time. But I do feel like it was held back with this in the reverse. And it also feels like you may have given up whatever it was or stopped doing whatever it was right before your success began. Right before your success happened, so you never saw it. So you didn't know. But I feel like this needs to be revisited, and I feel like you need to go back and finish what you started. Whatever the case may be here for you, Capricorn. Go back and finish what you started. If an opportunity arises for you to do that, then I say take it. I feel like it'll be very, very positive with the Sun, the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, getting what you ever wanted after some time. All right, I'm going to pull a Priestess of Light. I will not be reading from the book on these oracles. I'm just going to tell you what I feel it is saying, how it makes me feel about the situation, or about maybe anything else. I feel like it's going to be something that's not really connected with all of this energy. It can be, but I feel like this may be an addition to something that you need to know in addition to all of this. Something someone needs to hear. Ooh, 3 of them. Ooh. We have power over difficulty, reclaiming your power. Sacred action, decisive focus, and healing the heart, power of self-love. Someone here doesn't feel like they've been down, put themselves down in the past about maybe not following through. But you can always pick up where you left off. You can always go back. You can do what you got. You got power over difficulty, reclaiming your power, which feels like reclaiming something that once was, reclaiming a route that you began to take, no matter what the reason was that you veered off course. I feel like it I feel like it's you may have thought that you couldn't have that opportunity again, but you could, pushing yourself and just go back and revisit it. If it doesn't just come back up on its own, maybe you've been waiting for it to rise its own head up, right? But sometimes you got to walk towards it, what it is that you want. Sacred action, decisive focus, getting to the heart of a matter here. Really being more focused on your career, possibly when you weren't before. Getting to the bottom of what makes you happy and what it is you'd rather do. And just staying focused, keeping yourself focused. Don't let obstacles stop you from your goal. Everybody's in a different piece of this energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like all my reads, and any read for that matter, you could be at the beginning of something. You might see it after you see the video, right? You might be able to see this coming to fruition here. But if you have something you're working on or school that you're working on, I feel like see it through. Or you may end up in this cycle here. And then it delays your happiness. It delays your prosperity. Wow. Okay. Healing the heart, power of self-love. Don't beat yourself up about any decisions that you made that may have stifled your progress here. Things happen. Shit happens and we get over it. Life goes on. You can mend things. You can fix things. Release yourself from this this feeling like I effed up, right? I effed up and I should have followed through, and now look where I'm at, right? Pick up the pieces and move on. Move on from it and do what it is that you want to do or that you want it to do. All right, Capricorn, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.